morning. It is August 25th, Sunday, day 57 on trail. Actually got an awesome night's sleep. I don't know what it is. I sleep better now outside than I do in hotels. I fell asleep at 10 o'clock and didn't wake up till 6:30. And it was chilly this morning. Actually, I woke up, I take it back, 5:30 to use the bathroom. And I climbed back in that warm sleeping bag or quilt, and I did not want to get out because it was chilly this morning. So I got out about 6:30. I started getting ready, ate breakfast, did all my stuff. And I'm on trail at 8:30, and sun's finally coming up, warming it up a little bit. Yeah, it's like I said yesterday, fall is in the air. That wind was whipping all night. I could actually see my breath this morning. I don't know what the temp was though. I got this watch, Casio, that's supposed to tell temperature and altitude, and it's not accurate, so I don't even trust it. I'd guess it was like low 40s. I mean, it wasn't unbearable. But it is getting darker early. It was dark at 9 o'clock. Of course, I was in the woods, but so it's already lost an hour of daylight. But hell, I was eating about 7:30, and I had hikers still coming by me. People trying to get the Cascade Locks, all the northbounders. So, as I mentioned yesterday, I camped at mile 517. I'm gonna try to at least do 14 today. I looked at gut hooks last night, and I got a little flat section for a little bit, which is great to warm up on. Then I got a major downhill, of course, because I climbed all day yesterday. And then I have two big climbs, 2,000 foot climbs. Maybe even more than that, because it's taking me so far down. The first one will be the biggest. Then I'll be up a little bit and go down some and then back up. But supposed to have some good views coming up, so we'll see how it goes. Oregon better pick it up. I wasn't happy with yesterday's trail. I met this one kid last night. After I ate, I walked down to the little lookout, and I took a time lapse of Mount Hood because the clouds are rolling through it. It turned out pretty good, and so I met him on trail, and we were talking. Young kid, Versace was his trail name, but he actually he said there's quite a few Sobos in front of him. He said he passes 2 or 3 a day, or cross paths. So, and he's told me Tortuga guy I hiked with, when I got to Stevens, he was in Cascade Locks for a week with intestinal bug or something. He thought he had Giardia, but he went to the doctor, and he just had some kind of intestinal bug. So anyway, he said, yeah, he had met him a couple days ago. So he said he's probably now 3 days ahead of me, but he's doing 20-mile days, so it's gonna be tough for me to catch him unless he takes some time off. But so that's about it. I'm gonna try to do about 14 today. I have no water right now, so I gotta check and see. I think I may have to wait till I get to that lake, which is 7-8 miles away. There is a spring coming up, but a lot of people on the gut hooks commented they couldn't find it. So one of those maintenance guys kind of told me, but it sounds like you got to hike way off trail. So yeah, there's the Watham Lake. That's where it's supposed to be a really nice My nose itch. I'm having issues. It's supposed to be a beautiful lake, but hell, 17 miles from Cascade Locks. And I could have done that if I didn't have that 9-mile, whatever that trail was. So anyway, I'm gonna get going. Still walking in the burn section. It's getting old. I'm going downhill now, and I gotta use my poles. Well, here's my first view this morning. Some clouds have rolled in since I started hiking. We're rolling in right now as we speak. See them rolling right in over there. And that is Mount Hood. Up in the clouds. Well, I'm still walking in this burn section. I found out it was called the Eagle Creek Fire. And man, this is day 2 and I'm still walking in it. And walking on this ridge. I guess I have some views because the trees are all burned through. But it's been a little partly cloudy and windy, a little chilly. And man, I want some water. Just checked, I got 4 miles. Couldn't find that spring. Plus it was like this. You had to go straight down like a half a mile to get to the spring, and I wasn't doing that. So Watham Lake, Watham is about 4 miles ahead. That will be my next water. And I'm ready for some water. Countered my first horses on the trail. I think they were the first. Man, I tell you what, they tear these trails up. I mean, like, that's not a good example, but this is the trail, and that's the footprint. It just took a third of the trail out. And I've seen some big places where they just knocked the whole trail out. So if they're really making this a horse trail, also they need to make these trails better for horses. There was a section going downhill back there where, I mean, they just destroyed the trail. It was, half the trail was gone. Of course, they're wider and they're stepping out here, and the whole trail just goes. This is nice. This is loose, soft dirt. Well, it looks like I've got through with the burn section. Just entered an Oregon old forest. I mean, there's still a few remnants, but these trees look like they're untouched. So cool. Tired of looking at burnt trees. Looks like they stopped it up here. These are all burnt, but everything down here is good to go. All right, Oregon. Now to give me some water. I'll be happy. I'm thirsty. This trail is nice. It's nice and soft. Actually, it's covered in pine needles. You can actually feel like a little bounce spring when you step on it. Spongy like. Oh, that's a big old pine tree. Shall receive. Blueberry bushes everywhere. I've been eating these for about 10 minutes, quenching my thirst. Oh, just dropped it. Oh, there's a good one. Well, it's about 10:30, I think. Maybe 11. I've hiked about 4 miles. I got 2 miles to go to the lake and get some water. But I just, I had said in the last video, I wish I could find some blueberries, and bam, found some. First bushes I found, they were picked through, and then I came up to some that short people can't reach, so I could reach back behind there and get them, and man, I probably ate 100 of them. Probably have purple teeth. I had purple fingers. Man, those things are good. quench my thirst till I get to the lake. So I've been going downhill, so I've climbed my first mountain of the day, I think. Hell, I could be wrong. I think I could still have 2 big climbs. You know, I think I do. I think they're after the lake. There are 2 monster climbs today. I mean, I did climb today, but it was just gradual uphill. Nothing too bad. So finished with the burn. Saw another different view of Mount Hood. Got a picture and video of it, and heading down to the lake, as I said, and get me some water, take a lunch break, and keep on cruising in Oregon. All right, talk to you later. See you, bye. Well, I've entered another old growth forest. Man, it's awesome after looking at burned for like a day and a half. But it's kind of funny. As soon as I got into Oregon, I mean, you can really tell the difference. Mountains are different, woods are different. It looks like Oregon's got hardwood and pine, where Washington's pretty much all pine. Just crossed paths with another. I'm going to start calling them the Nobo zombies. They just look like frickin' zombies hiking up the trail. All they want to do is just walk. Don't look at nothing. They all just go, "Hi, have a nice day," or "Hi, happy trails." Zombies. Nobo zombies. Hell, if I got to that point, I would quit. If I can't enjoy it and look around and see the scenery and just look at my feet all day and do miles, screw it. That's not fun. That guy, I should have videotaped him. I'll see if I can't do it later. I passed cross paths with another one earlier. It was a Japanese guy. I mean, I'm serious. They walk, talk, act like zombies. I guess after 2,000 miles of hiking, setting up camp, eating, pooping, peeing, running to town or resupplying over and over and over, I guess it turns them into hiking zombies. Or they just have no personalities to begin with. Well, there's a little spring or runoff, but it's not worth getting. But anyway, here comes another one of them zombie Nobos. I've been calling you guys zombie. Anyway, I stopped to talk to that Nobo, and I told him I was just videotaping and calling all them the zombie Nobos, and he laughed. And I said, "Now I said, you're smiling, and I tell you got a personality." He says, "Yeah, I'm just ready to get to town. I want to get to Cascade Locks." He said he was going to stay at that same hotel I did. Well, no, he said he was going to stay at the campground the night in Cascade Locks. Then Monday, head over to the roadway. His name was Thor. Yeah, he's done the whole trail. So I told him he's probably only the 12th, 13th person I've met that's actually done the whole trail beginning to end. And that's why, as I mentioned yesterday, I've decided I'm not doing that flip and skipping crap. I'm going to make it a continuous hike, and I'll go as far as I can this year. Like I said, since I'm so far behind, I'm going to run into the fall mountain snow sometime. Hoping not till into October. Maybe I can get lucky and they don't hit till late this year, but that's my goal. And I'll probably, if I can do that, I'll do 2/3 of the trail though, so I can come back next year and just do the last 1,000 and really be able to enjoy the Sierras, not have to rush. It'd be awesome. So that is the plan. Oh, and his name, guy I was just talking to, his name was Thor. So he's the second Thor I've met. He had a big long red beard. But yeah, there's the lake. It is huge. That's one of the biggest lakes I've seen. No wonder it's popular. That would have been a nice place to camp, but no way I could have made it yesterday. All right, sun's in my screen, so I shall get to hiking. So here is Watham Lake. I just took a about 35-minute lunch break, stretch break, raise my legs on a tree break. Yeah, it's a cool lake. I wouldn't have mind camping here last night if I could have made it. They don't have a lot of campsites, so that's the thing. I've seen 3 or 4, and there's a lot of locals out here though. It is Sunday though, but anyway, it's about 1 o'clock or going on 1. This is Watham Lake is mile 522, Sobo. And man, it is windy and chilly. It's like a fall day. So I gotta get hiking and so I can get warmed back up. Well, I couldn't take it anymore. I had to stop. Got me a quarter of a bag of biggest blueberries I've seen yet. So I'm gonna save them and put them on my oatmeal in the morning. So I bought some cheap brand and it's not very good. Needs a little kick. So I'm gonna add some fresh blueberries because the trail provides. Well, I can't quit eating blueberries and huckleberries. I just, a couple local girls came by and saw me eating and they were giving me a lesson on stuff. So some of these are huckleberries in here. She said, actually, I have been kind of right about which is which, but she said also there's a hybrid because they grow by each other. They've mixed and there's a hybrid blueberry huckleberry. But she told me, she saw me putting them in my baggie. She said, up here a little farther, I'm gonna cross a road. And right on the other side, she said, they are ripe and monstrous. She said it's the biggest blueberries she's ever seen. So I'm gonna quit eating and picking and wait till I get there. I think my body's just craving fruit because I don't get any fruit on trail. And I just can't quit eating them. So, my fingers are like purple again. But I'm gonna wait till I get there and show you, because a lot of them on the trail are kind of picked through. Anyway, God, I was making great time and now I'm losing time eating blueberries. Kind of hard not to. Things are awesome. All right, see you. Well, a little update. It's about 2 o'clock. Have no idea how many miles I've hiked. I don't care. Been doing pretty good. Nice, cool, breezy day. Walking in the woods. Just passed a cross paths. The Nobos, man, they're still just nonstop. Young, German couple. Of course, they were cracking on They said, man, you got the stealth colors on. So anyway, they were telling me they skipped, they were running out of time. So they skipped NoCal. That was kind of what I was thinking about doing. But I was telling them I decided not to do it, skip and flip and all that. But they said this is a one-shot thing for them, and they wanted to do most of the trail, so they skipped 700 miles in NoCal. And he said no snow in the forecast for the next 4 weeks up in Washington, so they'll make it. Because yeah, if they've already done that many miles, they can do the rest of Oregon and Washington in 4 weeks. Of course, now I'm going uphill. Oh, so when I got to the lake, I forgot to mention this earlier. There was a little campsite right off the trail by the lake, and I see a guy, he was leaving. So I asked him if he was heading out, and he goes, yeah. I said, is there water access? He goes, oh yeah. I said, yeah, we'll take a break and eat lunch. And he asked me, he goes, are you a PCT hiker? I said, yeah. He goes, me too. He said, which way? I said, Sobo. He said, me too. So there's a Sobo right in front of me. He said his trail name was Loner. So I wonder what that means. But anyway, yeah, these northbounders just keep on coming, man. So yeah, fall's definitely here in Oregon. Whew. Actually, I've had 2 shirts on all day long, and I just stopped to take my t-shirt off because I'm starting to climb, and it gets hot when you start climbing. Oh my Lord. Oh, look at these. Those are huckleberries. Oh my Lord. Giant ones. Oh. I may have to stop. Pick me some. See you, bye. Well, there's Mr. Mount Hood again. It's like the 3rd time I've seen it from different angles. Just shows you how this trail goes from south to north to east to flipping around. I just caught up with the guy that I mentioned earlier, Loner. That I took his camp spot to eat lunch. He was charging, he's using solar. So he was out in the sun charging his batteries. He said he typically doesn't hike in the afternoon in the sun. So, man, of course I'm going uphill. So anyway, I just checked gut hooks, and wow, I don't have water again. I've hiked 8 miles. Not gonna have water until 6 more miles. And there's a camp spot, excuse me, blueberries. There's a camp spot about a mile past that. So it looks like I'm gonna have to do a 15-mile day today. And that's okay. Just depends how big this climb coming up is. It's supposed to be a killer. But I gotta do the 6 miles anyway to get the water. Well, Oregon's starting to have some views. Just got on to the top of my first mountain climb, and I got a view of all 3 mountains. There's Mount Hood, way in the distance Mount Adams, and way in the distance Mount Rainier. And it's super windy, so I'm sure I'm going to have some wind noise. Almost walked off the mountain. It's about 4 o'clock. I've done, good Lord, I don't even know, 9 miles, maybe a little farther. There's water, water, but another 3.5 miles. And that's a spring, then another mile past a 2-tent campsite. So that's what I'm shooting for today. Odds are to be filled. So many people on this dang trail. So I may have to do what I did last night, just find my own place in the woods. But so to get to that camp spot, it's going to make it about a 15-mile day. Ankle's starting to hurt right when I bend it. But I got to go to the water, so I have no choice. I got to the first mountain that I had to climb. I entered the Hood National Forest. As soon as I got on top, I could see Mount Rainier and Mount Adams in Washington and Mount Hood here in Oregon. They were pretty far away, but I could see them. So I got a video and pictures, but I'm not sure how. They're so far away, they'll be pretty faint. And just entered the woods. Actually, it's been a nice day of hiking. Temperatures are cool, breezy. Had a little sun exposure there in the Hood National Forest, but actually now I'm kind of chilly with my t-shirt on. But I'd rather hike in this than heat. There hasn't been a lot of climbing. That mountain climb was nothing really. It's been pretty much walking the ridges in the forest today. And around that lake, there was all kinds of people. Good Lord. Trail runners. There must, like I said earlier, there must be a shorter trail to get there. And I have me a pint-size freezer bag half full of blueberries and huckleberries. Gonna have a half of them at dinner and half of them in my oatmeal in the morning. They are big boys. So it's been a good day hiking. Met several people. Of course, the zombies walk on by. Yeah, my sister suggested putting these people in the video, but I don't know. Don't feel comfortable enough to do that yet. And it's just so time consuming. But actually that German couple would have been cool to talk with because they were really friendly. So, and that guy last night, Versace, he was a character. He told me, he said, I've only stayed in 2 hotels the whole trip. And he said, my problem is when I get to town, I can't stay out of the breweries. So that's where I spend all my money. So, yeah, and I haven't really had that problem. Hell, I bought a 6-pack in Stevenson. And hell, I left 2 beers in the refrigerator. I'll have 1 or 2 when I eat dinner. I just don't drink like I used to. Hell, a couple beers and I'm fine. Not like the old days, drinking a case on Friday night, Saturday. Those days are gone. But anyway, I'll check in probably when I get to the campsite. Peace out. It's 7 o'clock, so I'm going to do a quick video. Here's my tent site. I'm at mile 531. It's not the campsite I wanted. There's the trail. And there's where I came from. There's several sites in here. Hell, it's 7 o'clock. I was trying to get in there, but my tent wouldn't fit because I'm on a ridge and it is windy and cold. But I don't care. I got to get going. I got to eat and get set up, so don't really have much of a view. A little bit through the trees. Mount Hood's over there. Saw it on the way in here. But anyway, it's 7 o'clock and I'm calling it a night. Hope no hikers come by. They probably will though. It never fails. So I got to finish putting my tent up, get all my crap out, and get going. So see you tomorrow. Oh, I ended up doing a little over 15 miles today. Peace.